Hello and welcome to this week's edition of The Mediator with me, your host, Brian West, here to give you your top 8 comedy stories and headlines that made it throughout the week and the months, so you will not go through your week without either getting a good laugh and being informed, especially around the holidays. The stories are real, but the jokes are on me. There's a little bit of substances that may be true, but most of them are just made to give you a smile. Let's get to the top 8 stories that made it this week in The Mediator. Story number 1, ladies and gents. President Trump and Putin are buddying up after the CIA has provided intel to Russia on a terror attack. It says a White House report was released stating that Russian President Vladimir Putin called Trump and personally thanked him for providing intelligence that helped prevent a planned terror attack in St. Petersburg, in Russia. Now, the reports also talk about Trump mentioning the positive things that can occur when the two countries work together. Now, like I said, the stories are real, but the jokes are on me, only made to entertain. Now, I guess the president will be giving out calendars of him and the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, at the next briefing this holiday for him and his fellow colleagues. I guess he's supposed to be doing this as an example, trying to set an example, showing how if him and Putin can get along, then this should show that constituents within his own party, Republicans and Democrats, can also get along as well around the holidays and throughout the season to make America and Russia and the whole world great again. Even after I've decided to put America first. How about those apples? Story number 2. Fans upset with the singer Taylor Swift. Now, I guess after making some comments about her achievements in 2017, some fans feel that the singer Taylor Swift may be a little distant from all the problems that have emerged and troubles throughout the year. I guess they're saying she's basically in a delusional state because of her own achievements, and she may be a little bit self-centered with her comments, just being excited. She's showing that she's been, pretty satisfied with the year that she's had other than everybody else. Now, in a seesaw battle with fans, this is the state, folks. She sold over 1.2 million albums in the first week. She also fell in love with a British actor and won a case against a former Colorado DJ. This all in the year 2017, while everybody else was suffering. Now, this is if you look at the substance of the matter, what folks are saying is that while we're at the dinner table and Grandpa is passed out, he's dead, we want to make sure that if we're all suffering, then why are you smiling? And I guess what they're trying to figure out is Taylor Swift in Grandpa's insurance policy? Let's just hope he didn't leave us out. There's a joke in there somewhere if you read between the lines. If somebody's smiling, well, everybody else is at the dinner table miserable. Somebody else ain't in the insurance policy, but there's a good chance that the person smiling is. Story number 3. Is Christmas headed towards excluding Christ? Now, a report was released identifying a new concern that Americans may be forgetting the main ingredient in the holiday known as Christmas. Now, this was after a Pew Research survey showed a drop in the religious activity and the religious aspect of the Christmas holiday. So some people may be forgetting the reason for the season, I guess what the survey is saying. Now, like I said, the stories are real, but the jokes are on the house. We've all got to love those who've made it in the top 8 stories, even Donald Trump and Taylor Swift, because they too are an asset to mediation. Somebody's got to get something out of the deal. Now, some people, in regards to the story, are blaming the separation that's going on around Christmas between the separation of church and state. This is after letters have been sent to Congress, and they, I guess, were addressed with 666s. So they were addressed with 666s. Now, the unsolved mystery is that in the letters they were requesting relief from Congress around the holidays. Now, there's no word on what towers these letters were sent to in New York. Oh, I'm sorry. What part of Congress received the letters? Now, we don't want to get the misconception, but somebody, somewhere, has taken Christ out of the holiday season. And somebody, somewhere, has to be accountable for those lost souls that are in the street buying the products that the ones sitting in the top of the buildings are handing out. Some people are just wondering, especially around the holidays, has capitalism gone mad? Stay tuned. There's a lot to learn in mediation. Story number 4. Don't go anywhere. The unsolved mystery of Christ and the holidays is just heating up. Story number 4. An SNL star gets a picture of Hillary Clinton tattooed on his arm. Like I said, these stories are amazing. But the purpose of this session in mediation this week is to find out the unsolved mystery of, is America going crazy? Are we losing our mojo to insanity? Now, this is a true story, and it seems that Pete Davidson of SNL posted a picture of his new tattoo of former Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. Folks, the stories are true, and yes, I said a man took a picture of a tattoo of Hillary Clinton that he posted online around the holidays. Mediation can be tough, folks, because people want substance. We want a recipe that tastes good. But when there's something spoiled in the recipe, folks, we have to find out what it is that's making us sick inside. Now, he was spotted mixing his coffee with cream and sugar at Trump Towers. Now, I want to warn you that it's a crazy world out there. It's frightening. Very frightening. But when you see a picture of Hillary Clinton on a man's body playing Harvey Weinstein on SNL, Saturday Night Live, we have to sit back and wonder, who put the crack and the cream and sugar in the coffee around the holidays? Somebody spiked the punch. Story number 5, the investigation continues. California police busted a weed fortress with 35,000 marijuana plants. Folks, 35,000 marijuana plants looking like trees. Now, just when America was being made great again, it seems that police have busted a weed fortress in California. Weed everywhere, folks. They detained 8 people in the bus, and reports say the once abandoned warehouse was recently outfitted with a 12-foot fence fortified doors, and surveillance cameras. The fortress operation was reportedly bringing in millions. People buying weed, not medical marijuana, weed, folks. Marijuana that was not licensed. The electric bill was $67,000 a month. These are weed fanatics, weed outrageous, weed radicals, marijuana criminals. Now, like I said, folks, these stories can be scary, especially when you're trying to share the greatness of the holiday season. But let's just hope that they were using LED lights on the Christmas tree around the weed. Now, we wouldn't want them to burn down the house. Story number 6. A West Virginia strip club was set on fire because of a jealous boyfriend. I guess reportedly fed up with his girlfriend's day job or night job, a 21-year-old West Virginia man took action to his own hands and set an exterior of JB's Gentlemen's Club on fire because of his girlfriend working at the juke joint. He did not want his girlfriend working, or just got tired of his girlfriend working there. Now, we do not know if he was wearing a "What Would Jesus Do" bracelet, but we'll be keeping you updated. I'm sure his girlfriend was hot. Story number 7, the final 2 stories that made it into the Mediator this week. There's a lot of joy in mediation, don't worry. Story number 7. Lawmaker cites woman's wardrobe as being an invitation to harassment. A report about a Democratic rep, Marcy Kaptur of Ohio, who is under fire after telling colleagues in a closed-door meeting that because of the way women dress on Capitol Hill, they are presenting an invitation to be sexually harassed. Now, it does not take a genius to figure it out, but folks, she's a genius. Do my little holiday dance for Marcy Kaptur of Ohio. Folks, I'm going to tattoo a picture of this woman on my arm and tell all the kids at the library a story about someone who writes laws and has figured out the 3rd law of sexual dynamics, that tight and attractive clothes may attract sexual activity. God bless America for Marcy. Marcy, there's a lot of love to give from the Mediator to you. Women in tight clothes, that's something to think about. That could attract somebody to love somebody. This woman has just solved all the laws in the case that could be causing sexual harassment. But some people may be in denial, folks. Now it's time to get to the final story that made it into the Mediator this week on our episode of Unsolved Stories in Mediation. Unsolved mysteries of Has America Lost Its Mind? Or are we on the verge of realizing what's actually the difference between right and wrong? The final story that made it in mediation this week. Now, folks, I want to warn you that the stories are real, but the jokes are on me. There's a little bit of truth in the jokes. But what we want to figure out in this session is, can America, in all of its past, be great again? Tainted or untainted? In the eyes of some people, optimism or pessimistic? Let's get to the final story that made it into the Mediator this week. I love you, Mom. I love you. Trump says, story number 8. Trump says the new tax plan is a great Christmas gift to the middle class. Now, if or when the new tax plan passes, President Trump is saying that it will be a great gift to the middle class. Folks, all I've ever wanted in mediation was a tax plan for the middle class around Christmas. Trump and shit. I'm going to put it right next to my college debt, my mortgage loans. I want to thank you for supporting the middleman and thinking about the middleman, Santa Trump. A change to make America great again. Yes, we can. With a tax plan. Folks, I want to thank you so much for tuning to the Mediator this week with me, Brian West. And please don't forget to support us. Show us some love. Go to our YouTube channel. Subscribe. And if you want to contribute in any way, go to our website at www.method8inc.com. Buy something, click on something, read something, or just watch something. So thank you so much for tuning to the Mediator this week. And please have a good holiday. And thank you so much for watching me watch you with mediation. Mediation is tough, but somebody's got to do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good week, everybody.
If you need help, then dial your operator.
Have no fear, fellow citizens. The Mediator is here.